The testimony in Derek Chauvin's trial has featured an array of emotions from witnesses. Some are potentially reliving May 25th, 2020 for the first time again. Tonight we spoke with mental health experts about that trauma and how trial viewers can protect their own mental health as they tune in. Raw emotion.
Ms. Hanson, as I told you, we can take our time, so feel free to just take a minute.
Disbelief and guilt.
Okay. Why guilt?
If I would have just not taken the bill, this could have been avoided.
Experiences they won't soon forget, if ever.
So I think what we're seeing with some of the witnesses is as they're talking about it, they're likely reliving it and re-experiencing some of those events. And so that it's causing them to have, emotion about it again, which is completely normal.
Some even expressing regret.
It's been nights I stayed up apologizing and apologizing to George Floyd for not doing more.
That reaction is known as the bystander effect. It's the result of a traumatic event.
It's unexpected, it's traumatic, it's intense, and it's not uncommon for people to have that bystander reaction of not knowing what to do, not knowing if they should do anything.
This trial can even weigh heavily on mental health of viewers at home. So if you feel bogged down, Norton and Benjamin say,
maybe limit how much you're watching if you're noticing that you're having a reaction to watching the trial.
They also say to find a support system to talk to or do activities that will make you happy, like exercising or enjoying some fresh air. But if you find yourself grieving,
mindfulness or kind of grounding techniques to keep you in the present, because sometimes what happens when you're re-experiencing a traumatic event, your mind and body kind of go back to those days or those events. And so what can be helpful is grounding yourself in the present and reorienting yourself to what's going on right now.
Benjamin says it's okay for parents with children to have a conversation about the trial when they ask questions about what they're hearing and seeing. That conversation can help the kids understand what is going on while they process their own emotional reactions.